So right here, this shelf is just the rest of my Age of Apocalypse that, you know, just got displaced because that's what used to be behind me, but they had to go. You know what I'm saying? This right here is like my fan appreciation shelf from homie Wesley that sent me the box, and these are some of the figures that he sent me, and I managed to put some of those up. So I think those are a good look right there. I have a whole nother Fantastic Four set that I want to do something with. I'm not really sure. I want to 3D print like a Fantastic car or something like that for this. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good look right here. That shelf just kind of bridges over to my X-Men vs. Avengers shelf. And this right here is one of my favorite shelves because, to be honest with you, this was made like as a joke between me and my brother, because my brother's always like glazing the Avengers, and he's always like, oh, the Avengers this, the Avengers that, the Avengers could beat the X-Men. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so, homie. Yeah. And I'm partial to the X-Men, so, you know, maybe they can, maybe they can't, it's whatever. So this is what's happening over here. I try to make it as realistic as possible. Like, these are the guys that, you know, could take down whoever, and, you know, that's what I did right there. So this is my X-Men vs. Avengers section, and I built that diorama myself. You know, so in one of my earlier videos, I showed people how I made that diorama. So, you know, that was pretty cool right there. Then that bleeds right here overhead to my Marvel vs. Capcom section, and man, this is one of my favorite sections right here. I don't know if you guys remember or caught my video when I first started thinking about doing this, but man, this has come a long way. And this is one of the shelves that I think gives my room like the most energy right now. Or it definitely gives me the most energy, because every time I see this, I'm like, yo, I really love this shelf. And I try to do as many poses that I remember from the game, and, you know, how I went down, and everything I used to do when I was younger just comes to life whenever I see this shelf. So yeah, I really love this Marvel vs. Capcom section. And I got this on floating shelves right here in the corner. And last time I did a video for this, I think I had like the boys up here. This came a long way. So this section right here I've been working on, and I really love this part. And then that part just kind of blends in with my boy Shumagorav coming in. And I feel like he really connects everything, because he's like 1 foot on every shelf. He's even on my window. He's everywhere. So like, he looks like he's coming for drama right here. Nobody sees what's going on. And I really like that. And he's gonna take us to our next part. Yeah, from there, we just kind of blended in, man. And I got two things going on. So on the top shelf up here, I just got some Wolverine beef. I got Juggernaut also in the back from Gamerverse, you know, going across there. And then I got some Wolverine beef. You know, I got Sauron over here, got Banshee in them. And, you know, just some random X-Men characters up here, blending into Cerebro. We got Professor X up here. And then we got Magneto and Legion in the background, and Mystique. And that's what's taking up the first half of the shelf right here on the top. And I think this is a good vibe right here. I think this is pretty good. I really love Banshee. He's one of my favorite characters when I was coming up, and he's like really underrated. So I was happy when they came out with that body mold right there. And this Professor X right here is getting another breath of life, man, because that's a Toy Biz Professor X. And, you know, I do have the other Professor X. We'll get into him. But yeah, another breath of fresh air for this guy right here. Another second chance at life, because I built Cerebro and he really matches with the wheelchair. And I feel like that's a good vibe right there. So I brought him back. I had him in my X-Men vs. Avengers section, but he wasn't getting burned like that. Now he's the highlight of a situation. So that's pretty cool. And on the right side, we got a little more beef right here. And this is like what I do with all my other Wolverines. And I got this one trying to 1v1 Apocalypse. That's not working out. Got Archangel, Sunspot. You know, Cyber's one of my favorite Wolverine villains. I mean, you know, he got beef with Sabretooth, but he's really scared of Cyber. So, you know, that's something to be said about that. And that's what I got going on up here. Just trying to round off the rest of my X-Men characters that I kept up in the collection. And then we got my Phoenix Saga shelf. And that's something I've been having up for a long time, which is my, you know, recreation of the Phoenix Saga of Jean Grey turning into Phoenix and everybody trying to stop her. You know what I'm saying? So I got my original Jim Lee X-Men as close as I can remember. When I was coming up, these are the people that I remember was on the squad. I kind of threw Havoc in there though. And then, you know, I got Magneto in his squad, and I got the Brotherhood. I just got that Blob, and I just got Pyro this week. So they just finished rounding off my Brotherhood. And, you know, Gladiator in them. Just trying to recreate what I have going on here. So when you see the story and you know the story, if you see that, you could think to yourself and say, yeah, I know what's going on right here. That's the Phoenix, man. I remember. So they beefing. One side's trying to kill her, and the other side's trying to keep her alive. And then we start getting into what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks with my 3D printing. And man, I really love this conference center. This means a lot to me. This really pops out, you know. I love the colors, everything I did about this. I can add more characters to it. All I gotta do is get another shelf right here that's about 2 more inches out. It'll actually line up with this, and I can add more characters. I can fill out the rest of the seats because the shelf is a little small, but besides that, I think I'm doing pretty good. Man, I love this. I love this. I love this. And I remember that the file for this was only like $5, man. So this really means a lot to me, this right here. Because I already know that it's going to stand out, and I know that not too many people have this, and that's what I want to do. I want to try to like curate my collection and make it as original as possible, and I feel like this really helps me to do that. So yeah, this is a highlight for me right here. And then moving right from the conference center, we go here. We got Bishop in the time portal that I made, and he's over here with Forge. And I think this is dope too, man, because like I said, this gave my whole character setup with Forge and Bishop another breath of fresh air. Like, I was not thinking about these guys, but I built that time portal, and all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, these guys make perfect sense. They get front line all over again. And that's going up to my X-Men 9/7 Sentinel, which I think is super dope. And I think it's crazy how I got them going through multiple setups, because then I got Age of Apocalypse here, or what's left of them. And I think these are like the best ones from the wave. And I took the other guys and I put them on the other side of the room. And he's just stepping through them, just doing his own thing. Boom! Trying to move up and get X-Men 9/7 Wolverine with Magneto on the cross. This setup right here is bananas. This really is another thing that I'm really proud of, and I've been working on this, and this is why I haven't been able to do too many videos lately, because I've been building and working and doing things like this. But man, this X-Men 9/7 that just came out is super dope, and this really stands out. And this Magneto, everything about this, man. Let me know in the comments if you like this, man. But I really think that this is doing something right here. Come over here, we got the personal clever pop with the personal clever statue. My girl got me this one. My daughter got me this one. And I think that's pretty dope right there next to Iron Man. So that's what's taking up the side next to Optimus Prime. And this right here is what's behind me the most when I'm on my videos right here, and it has the Marvel sign. I have some random Spawn figures, some Storm collectibles, some Hot Toys, and a lot of the stuff my brother gave me too. I love this Game Boy. I love Legos too, building in my spare time. Stan Lee, just some random stuff on this shelf right here. I have very few random shelves, but this is one of them. And then moving down right here is basically, man, this is what's left of my DC collection. This right here is what I've broken it down to. If it's not here, and I had it here last year, I've gotten rid of it, I've put it in bins, and I've moved forward. And that's what I'm doing with that. So what have I got here? I got a Batman shelf, and I got a random DC shelf. So let's see what's this. And this is pretty much what I kept from my DC section. I love Batman, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna keep going with the Batman rows, and I'm gonna keep going with Batman. And even half of the ones that I did have, I got rid of them because I just didn't like them, or they were older. But these are the ones that I kept. These are the ones that made it. And pretty much when it comes to DC, I think I'm just gonna be doing Batman or some Superman or some Justice League characters that make sense. But pretty much this is the only DC character guy I'm going to be getting when it comes to characters. And this is pretty much it for what I'm keeping from my DC as far as anything that's not Batman. These are the ones I like the most. I said I'll keep these guys out. Martian Manhunter, I don't even know why he's there, because I'm not too big on him as far as that figure. I got to get rid of him. He snuck in there. But that's pretty much it. This is my whole DC section, and this is what I've whittled it down to. Then down here, I just got some blockies. I love blockies, putting them together in my spare time. So I got all types of blockies. I think the left is more Autobots and the right is more Decepticons. But yeah, I love blockies, and this is something I like to do. And then for $5, you really can't beat it. These are like $5, $6. These bigger ones over here are like $10, I think, or $14. And they light up and stuff. But for the most part, look, this one right here was like $5. Yo, that Optimus, man, the special one. That this one right here was like, I think 10 or 12, something like that, man. But these are light. I love blockies. My little Fantastic Four section, the left DTOF. I really like how this came out. That's my favorite Fantastic Four. I don't think I'm ever gonna not like that Fantastic Four setup, that costume, the Walgreens exclusive. Those are the ones that I'm going with right there. The Walgreens exclusive. Those are my favorite ones. I mean, you guys saw that I had the other setup, but for some reason, those just like more nostalgic to me, and I'd rather just mix them up with the other ones. So that's what I got going on right there. We got these guys right here, and I was mad, super happy when I got Feral, and I think she finished this little part right here for me. So yeah, this is looking real colorful. I always love this part of my detail right here. Coming down from there, bow. These guys got their own spot, and I love this group right here. This really stands out. That Wolverine has been waiting for teammates for like 5 years, 6 years by himself. Like, I forgot all about these guys, and I think that he did too. So when Archangel came out and all these guys came out, and I found that Deadpool at Comic-Con for like $30 on the low or something like that, I was like, yep, that's gonna work. And boom, my Ghost Riders. And before you ask, yep, I am getting a new one. I gotta get the red bike, and I'm gonna move some people over, and I gotta add all the Ghost Riders. Black Widow might have to get an upgrade, but anybody on the bike, I'm getting most likely. And I'm definitely gonna get that new Ghost Rider. And if you guys know, you know, this is my flash shelf right here. But is it really a flash shelf? Because the way I designed this is really an Eobard Thorn shelf. The way I designed this is like I got Barry and Wally coming out of the Speed Force because they're getting chased by Eobard with the Spear of Destiny. And then what do they run into? One of them runs into another Reverse Flash, another one runs into Zoom. The Black Flash wakes up. Then we got more rogues on top. It's Godspeed on the left. It's just not looking good. So yeah, these Flash figures are not having a good day. And then we just come down right here, and what we got is X-Men 97. We got Mojo World, and I really like this shelf right here too. Mojo's a good like shelf stealer, a little centerpiece right there for the shelf. And this is like my little Daredevil shelf, my little Defenders section. This is what they got going on right here. I do want to make my little Daredevil name tag. I gave it to one of my members, but I'm gonna make another one and put it right here. Bow. I have my little Daredevil section, and I'll be good to go. And this shelf on top is what started it off for me, really. This is the first theme I ever had, which was my Infinity War section theme. And yo, man, when I first started doing this used to be like my throwaway section. I used to put anybody that didn't fit in the theme into my section, and it was Infinity War. But since we had that going on from 2024, we're gonna elevate that, right? So it used to be Thanos right here, and Thanos was reigning supreme for the longest. Thanos' head was about to snap, and everybody was trying to stop that. So what happened is, just like in the comics, Dr. Doom came, and he was like, you know what? I think I could do better with that gauntlet than you would. So he took his spine out, bow, put the Infinity Gauntlet on, and now everybody else is like, oh, geez, that's not even, like, for real, it just got even so much worse. So that's what's going on up there. So that went from a Thanos Infinity War shelf to what, a God Emperor Doom Infinity War shelf. So yeah, you know, and I just keep adding to this, and I've taken some people out, I've put some people in, but I did add risers to it to make them stand up in the back, because before I couldn't really see the people in the back, but now we could see them. I got the Beyonder, you know, we got the bigger people up top, try to keep people grouped up together. And we just got some randos in there too. You know, just people who just didn't fit anywhere else, but I did like the figure, and I wound up getting them. So this is where they make it to. They make it to my God Emperor Doom Infinity War shelf. And then my Spider-Man section just kind of blends in, and it's like my Spider-Verse. Anything right here, Spider-Verse, Spider-Man related, starts going up on here on the wall. It really started off with that web in the background right there. I made that web, I put 1 or 2 characters on it. And then I started building outwards, and then yeah, the rest is history. So yeah, that's how it moves forward. This direction. Then we got the Amazing Spider-Man over here. We got the trio right here. I don't have Green Goblin and I don't have Lizard, but I got these 2 right here, and that's good enough for me. I just had these 3 and those 2. Look, see, he made it to my top 10 worst list, and I still got him. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, even I'm not exempt. Then we got Spider-Man over here trying to take a picture with his 2 shorties. But then, you know, a whole bunch of haters just popped up, and his Spider Sense is going off, and he's like, ah, man, what's going on with that? He's not having the best day right there, you know what I'm saying? And this is my favorite Hobgoblin. Picked him up at New York Comic-Con, and I was able to put down the retro one. He didn't come with a glider, so I kept the glider from the retro one, but I put that Hobgoblin, and I'm loving that right there. And that's what's going on in my Spider-Man section right here. Boom. Then we got Battle Damage Spider-Man. Still got some more beef going on. Got Jack-O-Lantern coming down for him. And then from that Spider-Man, it kind of starts blending into my symbiote section because my symbiotes are separate. And all my symbiotes are together right here. Even got Eddie Brock kind of bridging it from right here. Boom, coming up. All kinds of problems. But I got, you know, Venom King and Black coming through. And then I got No with the rest of the symbiotes, and they trying to see what's going on. Silver Surfer, because he be beefing with No, so I added him to the mix. And I always love symbiotes, man. And yeah, the symbiotes, not symbiotes. I don't know anything about that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we keep that. And that just kind of blends into my Star Wars section right here. But we'll get into that in a second. Because boom, when you come down right here, now this is something I'm going to spend a little bit of time on. And we're going to talk about this. Let's put the light on for this. Now this right here is what I want to get into because I really love this diorama. I 3D printed this, and this is what I made the video with. And I even 3D printed everything here. I did not 3D print this popcorn stand. This I got at Five Below. This I thought was super dope, and I bought it for $5. So I got Howard the Duck selling popcorn. And then I bought this arcade set from Prime to the First. You guys saw the short half of that one. But this right here, yo, man, come on. I love this setup right here because what I try to do is try to make like a Marvel zombie setup. And I even added some DC characters. Why? Because why not? It's Clever's multiverse and I can do what I want to. They look like zombies because they are zombies. And I'm adding them. If you got a funny face and you're missing skin or you look crazy or whatever, I'm adding you to this section right here. So this right here is going to be like Black Ops with all the power ups. Got the speed cola, the juggernaut. What's going on over here? We got the double tap. Then we got the quick revive, right? And then we even got the mystery box. And the mystery box got golden weapons. And then I used it to keep all of their original weapons because I made it look like they powered up. I had the Pack-a-Punch too, but I just felt like the Pack-a-Punch was a bit too much. I didn't really have too much space for it. I felt like it was killing it. So yeah, I upgraded all of their guns. They all got golden guns. I 3D printed all of those guns. You guys remember this from Gears of War? Got Punisher with that right there. Deadpool with a golden shotgun. Everybody got golden guns, so they all powered up. You know, good guys, bad guys, doesn't really make a difference because in this scenario, this is the end of the world. So anybody that I got that's like a gun buster that doesn't have any powers or anything like that or minimal powers, I didn't put Bullseye here because I need him for my Daredevil shelf. But people like that, people who shoot guns and stuff, I'll put them right here and I have it like these guys are trying to break in. You know what I'm saying? So this shelf is super dope, man. This shelf is super dope, and I got it right here on top of my setup. So when I'm recording and stuff like that, it's right here, man. This really makes me happy because I did a lot of this myself, and it's a great idea, man. I think I mixed a couple of properties together, and I think it all makes sense. Then over here, we got Howard the Duck selling popcorn. We got Spider-Man waiting his turn on the game. We got Daredevil asking Lady Daredevil, like, yo, you want some popcorn? Because my man got it for the low. But she's like, nah, I'm good with my slushy. Captain America playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I think that's funny. Then we got Night Thrasher just chilling, man, just waiting for next. So that's super dope, and that's a change of pace, and that's something different right here. And this has kept me busy for like the past month, building and doing things, and that's why I'm not really getting no videos out like that, because it's all been all about 3D printing. But man, this really brought a lot of joy to me and like took a lot of time, and I love it. I love it. Anyway, moving on. Just under the Infinity War shelf, we got the Transformers, and what I really have here is like more Decepticons up front than Autobots because I love Decepticons. I mean, I think Tyrese said it right. He said, yo, Decepticons always get the coolest stuff, right? They have like the best transformations, everything to me, so I have them up front. And, you know, I have a whole bunch of Transformers in the back, transformed. I can't even tell you who's back there, man. Whole bunch of them right there. But all of the main ones, they're like in the front. And to the left is where I have my Autobots going down. And I try to have as many from the movie up front as possible. And then I have my Dinobots. I'm just missing Slug. I'm missing one of them. And then I'll be good to go with those guys. And then we have some more Transformers right here. These are all Autobots on the left for the most part. I think every single one is an Autobot. Should be. And as you go up, then on the right side, I have Decepticons. And Decepticons are the coolest to me. So like I got the different types of Decepticons. I got Lego Decepticons. I got Studio Series 86 Decepticons. Or just Transformers in general. Studio Series 86, you know, Legacy United, all that good stuff. All the characters that I like, I'm always going to pick them up regardless. And then we got the man himself, right in the middle, Galactus. Now this right here really stands out. I got this for Christmas. My brother got it for me. And I had to make him a centerpiece. So just when I thought I was ready with the room, he gave me this, and this changed everything. So I was like, oh, I definitely got to make space for this. So let's pull back and see what's going on with this. And this is what the side wall would look like with Galactus in the middle, Transformers all around them, Infinity War on top. It's kind of a mashup, man, but this is my mashup. This is Clever Earth 616. And this is how I'm doing it right here for the side. This is how this side looks right here. This is where I record at. This is where I sit at. This is where I talk to you guys at. This is my little setup right here. Everything's in the corner. Oh yeah, Star Wars. Man, I am so selective when it comes to Star Wars. This is the smallest section I have right here, which is Star Wars. These are the people that I do have. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very tasteful. I think it stands out right here. Just enough to show that I'm a fan, but just also enough to show that I'm not delusional and I'm not going to be picking up a lot of the newer stuff. It has to be some classic stuff or really Mandalorian that I'm rocking with. And Mandalorian really seasons 1 and 2 for the most part. But yeah, so this is my little Star Wars section. I think it was a big upgrade from what we had going on last time. And now that I got the lights out, that was taking up a lot of room. One of the things that I really appreciate about this room is that I feel like I'm finally finished with my 360 display. As I go across the room, it all connects, it all goes across, and I have utilized every single part of the ceiling going all the way around. And I like how I have certain characters that bridge it, like Shumagorath over there. I feel like he bridges it. I feel like the Sentinel, they bridge it and help to bridge all the gaps that I have. I do have space there, but I have plans for that. I'm just going across, boom, look at that. You know, Spider-Man kind of bridges it. You know, I love that part. I think everybody focuses from the ground up and I focus from the top down. And I think that's super different from what I've been seeing. And I'm really like glad that I was able to make it work and connect the way it has. I want to thank each and every one of you for a great 2025, all my subscribers, all my people who've been there, who've been rocking with me this whole year, who've made the channel really what it is in such a short time. I really appreciate you guys. And I just want to say in 2026, we are going to step it up. I already got my themes lined up. I got a lot of things in store. And I hope you guys have a better 2026 than you did 2025. Until next time. Peace.